Failure is so important, but we do not talk about it. In this current day and age, it's easier for us to talk about our success. It's easier for us to put on our WhatsApp status or on our Instagram story our success. But then we forget that the ability to use failure, the ability to resist failure can lead us to achieving better success. Welcome to Pinnacle TV. My name is IK Benro and we are glad to have you back. Stay tuned. Thanks for staying tuned, and if you're new to this channel, kindly subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified whenever we post any new video. Okay, a few weeks ago I had the idea of sharing this topic with you guys, and I put it on my WhatsApp status. I asked people, how do you handle failure? What do you do when you failed, or what keeps you going? So I get a number of responses and I'd like to share with you. Okay, the first option here is keep your eye on the big picture. I try to focus on the big picture, knowing that a singular success or failure cannot be solely responsible for building the picture I want. As far as my eyes are still on the big picture, which is why I'm doing this anyway, after some period of being down, I can dust myself back up. The second person said resilience. For me, I have no other option but to keep going. My desire for my future is so much more or so much greater than any obstacle I have faced. I want so much more from life that I can see around me, and that is what keeps me going. I have had to build my resilience. My desire keeps me going. There are times I feel despair and think about quitting, but I visualize the success and the future ahead, and that keeps me going. The third person talked about passion. The person said the knowledge that failing is one step closer to success, and that the knowledge that I have a purpose and the role of my life is currently ongoing. I have seen worse days and I can come to realization that it can only get better. J.K. Rowling once said that the knowledge that you emerge wiser and stronger from setback means that you're ever after secure in your ability to survive. I know what it means, I know what it feels like to take a professional exam again. I've had to take a professional exam again in the past and it wasn't funny. It was not funny emotionally, it was not funny mentally, it was not funny physically. Even academically, it was not funny. I had to combine clinical work and then preclinical work together when I was taking the exam. But that was not the end of the world. At then, it felt like that was the end of the world, but that was not the end of the world. Looking back, I sort of went through a certain phase and I had to do some certain things. I followed some certain steps when I was going through that phase that helped me write the exam again in a better state and then bounce back even stronger. So that's like the essence of this video. I am going to share with you how I handled failure. I think that should have been a topic now. How I handled failure when I took my first professional exam. So when I got the news that I was going to take my first professional exam again, I was still shopping. I think I was in a shop then. I was just buying clothes for clinical school. You know, they all say you must wear corporate and all that stuff. So I went to get more clothes and then someone called me, Ike, your name is blah 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 blah, long story and all that. So at first I didn't believe it, so that set me aback for a while. And then this leads me to the first point I want to talk about, which is damage control. Good. What I did then was that I went to inquire what happened. What led to the, I felt that I shouldn't have failed the course. I'm not saying everybody should do this, but then I was like, why did I fail the course and all that? Because I was ready for it. That was never the course I had fears about. So I went to inquire why I failed the course. I call this damage control because it's important, because when I found out what made me fail the course, it was not because I did not pass the exam. It was something else entirely, about attendance and all that stuff. So this is important because it lets you know if you are the cause of the problem, how you are going to prepare for the exam, and how to start reading. Do you get? So because of this, I knew that, okay, first, I didn't really fail the course. But I failed, don't get me, but I didn't fail because I wasn't ready for the exam. I failed because of some other things that didn't have to do with academics. So eventually, that will lead you now to the next stage. Like I said, how do you prepare for the exam? I had to talk to a couple of friends or other friends of mine that were having the same problem. We came together to read for the exams when the exam was coming close. So we had these small groups. We met every evening to discuss the exams, to talk about the questions. We finished a lot of past questions. We did multiple questions together, solved essays together. Then in the evening at times, we just stay in the room and then we'll be asking ourselves questions. It was actually fun because I became closer to a lot of us because of that exam. So because of that, we ask questions, we just test ourselves and all that. Then this is helpful because this accountability you owe to each other, then you are pushed to even read further. And then there's a vibe that comes with peer group, like study groups. So that vibe was there. So you see, okay, we're motivating ourselves and gingering ourselves. So that was another important thing I did. Then also along the line, somewhere in between this, I discussed to people I trust. I discussed to Judith, my sister. Here, shout out to DIY Queen, Judith Ebengo, my sister. She's also in medical school, so I talked to her. She was able to talk to me back and explain some basic things because I was confused. Should I stop photography or not at that point? So, but because of that, I was able to push forward, and then I knew what to do. She advised me well. I talked to her other friends. I talked to Delight. I talked to Olanka. I talked to my roommate then, but I didn't talk to but you just know the people you talk to. I talked to people that I trusted. Then that will help you because, whether we like it or not, we need that emotional backing. We need that stability. We need someone to tell you, okay, calm down, ease up. Like I said, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world, then just relax, chill out and all that. So that will mentally prepare you and all that for the exam. So the next phase where you actually have to set out a plan. This plan, like I said, involves study group and all that, and then you prep yourself for the exam and all. Then, don't mind, that's my dog. So sorry about that. So picking up from peer group, I think along the line when you are studying and you notice that you have any issue understanding or you need clarification on some particular topics, please let go of the pride, let go of the pain. Ask someone for help, ask for advice, ask for explanation. The person can be your classmate, it can be a senior colleague, but just make sure you ask somebody for help, okay? And then this may not also apply to you, but in case you're that person that needs to stay away from the problem when this happens at first, please do. Take a while to vent, take a while to rant, take a while, you can cry. Because I cried that time, forget, hard boy, but you cry, yeah? So just take a while and cry. But do not overdo this. Do not let it tip towards a side of depression. Do not let depression come on you. Okay, so that period in time, you can take a while and just chill out and ease out, but do not let it go too far. Okay, so assuming I am to advise my past self or somebody currently going through this problem, I will advise that at first you can do a damage control, know what is going on, know what happened, know what the problem is. So that way you can form a peer group afterwards. You form a peer group and then you have accountability bodies also. These bodies help you keep in check what you're reading and all that. Then ask for advice, ask for help when necessary. Do not do this tough guy. Just ask for help when necessary, okay? Let's say forget. There is this stigma that comes with when you fail a professional exam in medical school, but please, it's all in your head. It doesn't matter if people are laughing at you or people see you different from failing the exam. It doesn't matter, because trust me, once in a while somebody out there has failed. Everybody has failed. We don't just talk about it as we talk about our success, okay? So do not let that aspect get to you at all. Just move on, man. Be sharp. This is an advice to my future self or anything. Be sharp. Just move on. Don't let that part get to you in any point in time, okay? Okay, thanks for staying tuned to the channel, and kindly subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and stay tuned for more content like this. Probably drop a video soon. Take care. Bye.